It's the man YSN, and you're listening to YSN Radio. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. You're rocking with the man YSN, and you're tuning in to the episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South, man. We are back in the beatbox. Shout out Devin, that dude, for opening up the space to us, man. And I know y'all see some new faces on here. Got Keith, of course. You've heard his voice, been a producer. Got him, called him up to the main roster.
Got off the bench finally.
And we got
put Kobe in the game.
We got the very lovely Miss Alanah Story joining us today as well. Clap it up for Alanah. Clap it up for Alanah.
And Keith.
And Keith. You're not new. This is the first time they've seen your face. They
just want to be included.
They heard your voice plenty of times, but now they get to see him. You feel me? We were supposed to have Big Fuzz on the show. He wasn't able to make it. And KGH has a work meeting tonight, so he wasn't able to make it either. So, boom. Appreciate y'all for pulling up last minute. You feel me? And making it happen. We're
I'm
having
glad
a good
to
time
be
today.
here. It's been a minute since I've been back on something, so I'm excited.
Facts, yeah. Welcome back to the game.
Yeah.
Back in the game, baby. But nah, before we get into the meat and potatoes, man, got a couple of shameless plugs. Got to get out the way. April 12th, Orange and White Weekend. It is going down. The man YSN, the homie CB. We got the city on lock, man. The Big Orange Picnic, Y2K theme. Go ahead and get your outfits ready. All the big jerseys, big t-shirts is Y2K theme. We're going to be Alcoa Way, Optimus Park, huh?
Is that YT2K? The big jerseys?
Yeah.
Yes, of course it is. And I want to see the baddies coming through. I know they got the outfits on deck. So please let me see it whenever y'all
the baby fat velour jumpsuits, all that. You feel me? Pop out. You feel me? It's going to be Alcoa Way, Optimus Park, 12 to 5 p.m. It's going to be the biggest day party. If you've been to the last two, we've had the last two Orange and White weekends. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Last year we did Old Western. This year is Y2K. It's going down. And then we got K Carbon for the headliner. Knoxville Sports Bar and Lounge, April 12th, Saturday night. It is going down. Alanah Stories will be in the building hosting.
Yes, I will.
We also got another very special guest in the building. Just confirmed. All the way from Drewski's. Couldn't have been love. We got White Chocolate joining the show. The K Carbon Show. Alongside Alanah Story, hosting as well.
That's going to be up.
That's going to be crazy.
Go ahead and get all the tickets on stuff like that, because the lines the past 3 shows we've had there, they've kind of been...
They've been stupid.
Yeah.
They've been stupid, so boom. VIP pre-sales just went up yesterday, so go ahead and lock yours in ASAP. Because it's going down, man. We got Kid Carbon, White Chocolate. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The White Chocolate drop is going crazy right now. It's sitting at almost...
How many views does it have?
Right now, about 35,000.
Yeah. Go ahead and get on that.
About 35,000, you feel me? So hopefully we get it here on the show within the next week or two, once their schedule clears up, man. But did y'all watch Could Have Been Love at all?
Yeah, I watched it.
No, I didn't know that it was an actual real thing they were doing. I thought it was kind of just
another one of his jokes.
Drewski being silly.
It is.
Is he actually trying to find
he's being silly.
It's a grand prize of $50,000.
And Drewski's love.
I'd sign up.
Drewski's
I'd
love.
sign up.
Everybody knows. But everyone's there for the 50
big men need love too, and a girl like me needs 50,000.
Spoiler alert.
Would you let Drewski hit for 50K?
I wouldn't let nobody hit 50K, but I will make an appearance.
Would you pipe somebody for 50K, girl, shawty? Why is it?
Oh, I was gonna say what?
Would you pipe a shawty for 50K?
Would I?
Yeah.
Of course. I don't get my bitches for free. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Do something I've been
Just making sure.
What Drake say?
Just making sure.
You shouldn't have to for free. And
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
They can pay you. Exactly. Something. I mean,
I expect money on the dresser. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair.
Please give it to me.
Put it in my hand. Groceries.
I need that.
Yes, sir. All them girls.
Look.
I might send the invoice out.
If a girl offers me 50K, she wouldn't even get to 5th. Saying, I'll give you 5th. Yes.
Yeah.
If a man
I might
offered
have
me,
to wait till the T.
If a man offered me 50K to fuck, I knew that I could get 100,000 out of him. So I'm gonna hold off on it.
So you gonna try to upcharge him?
And I will never do it. And then he gonna come off.
Make it 100. I'll suck your dick too.
Yeah.
How bad you want to hit, baby? How bad you want to hit?
Send them invoices.
Hey, you gotta put them on a payment plan or something.
You do.
Put
subscription
plan. But nah, that show is crazy though. That show, I want hopefully I can get White Chocolate here on the show, man. So I could really get the tea on what was going on behind the scenes, man. Cause I'm very certain everybody on there was really there for the 50 bands.
Come on now.
Not the one that won with the tattoo.
Bambi?
Yeah.
No, yeah, she got his name tatted on her titty, bro.
Before the show.
Before the show, she showed up first
She
day.
would. No. That was her commitment to win. I bet that tattoo didn't cost $50,000. That's an investment.
Girl like she kind of like set herself up to win like with that.
Did she?
That's a huge.
Yeah,
power
she won.
Move. That's a power move. That's a power move.
She
Y'all
won.
literally can't eliminate me. I have them tatted on my titty.
Yeah.
She's on there farting on the boat.
Bro, she was farting. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Every episode, like Drewski just discussed it with her, bro. But it's like, what are they supposed to do? She literally had
I
his
know
name
like
tatted.
4 bitches right now with niggas' names tatted on them, and they're not with them. So
Well,
I don't
no.
Those are regular bitches, though.
Yeah.
Those are regular bitches.
That's valid. That's valid.
I'm saying she had a golden
No peen.
She had a golden opportunity and she grabbed it and choked it the fuck out.
I ain't mad at it. If you get it, do it.
I'm saying I
She got
respect it. I respect
Elena, she got the name tatted before she even got the peen or anything. Like, never
She
met
wanted
dude.
it. Yeah.
Hey, that's
She
what
got it.
Hey,
And it
that's
didn't
a real
look
Memphis
fresh.
bitch for you.
Oh, she from Memphis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tells me enough.
That's a
Yeah,
real
I
Memphis
get it.
bitch, man.
Yeah, I understand.
Hey, but nah, bro.
You should see her, bro.
Shout out Drewski. Shout out White Chocolate. She's gonna be in the building. Orange White Weekend with K Carbon. It's going down, man. But yeah, bro, that show is crazy, man. Moving into the meat and potatoes, man. Now we got that out the way.
One more. Who did you want to win?
Switch, of course.
Okay.
Switcheroo was fun.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not agreeing to that, but
gotta
I
watch
get
the
what
show.
you're saying.
You
I gotta watch
the show.
it.
It's actually very entertaining.
I
It
love
is.
trash reality TV, so it's actually right up my alley. I just didn't know it was a real show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's it on?
YouTube.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go to the search history on our group YouTube.
You've been searching some wild stuff on there. We have a shared YouTube account, and he's been searching some.
I would never do
Yeah.
that.
Search some what?
I would
That's the
never
end
do
of
that.
it. That's
No.
the end of it.
Go ahead, put what?
Nah,
never
just
do
kidding. He been searching up work stuff.
I would
Oh, I'm
never
about to say. What's on
I would
YouTube?
never do some shit like that. You a bold nigga.
I know.
It's YouTube Premium. It's YouTube Premium. I pay for it. I let him use it. So
I would never do that either. The fuck? Nah, pay for
She
YouTube?
just started paying for it.
Pay for YouTube? Hell no.
She
It's good.
just
It's worth it.
started paying
No.
for YouTube.
My mama's
Premium.
boyfriend had YouTube TV.
that
And-
stuff's expensive.
Here's the thing.
We
So
have
look,
that too.
My mom gave me her old Roku, right? And the YouTube TV was still on that bitch. So I
Ooh.
feel like I came up. Because I had been asking for the account.
You
And he
did?
was acting like he wasn't trying to give it to me.
All you
right?
gotta do is add the email.
He was acting like he wasn't trying to give it to me, right? And so boom, I get the old TV. YouTube TV is on that bitch. I done came up. I'm watching all the games.
Do you not
Yes,
love
sir.
it?
I'm watching. Boom. But
Sports.
here's the thing. This nigga goes and gets a cracked Fire Stick, cancels his YouTube
Oh.
TV without even warning me. I get home, trying to watch the game. Oh, you gotta have an account. This nigga done go.
Yeah.
So boom, I get home. I'm like, yo, the fuck,
What's he watching the
he
games
was
on
like-
if he got a
I
crack?
was gonna say, what is he getting live TV to the
bro.
jailbroken?
This like, bro. Yes, he gets
Shit.
all.
Dang.
He got this cracked Fire Stick. And
Might
so
need
I
to
was
send
like,
me
yo,
that.
so you know what I'm
You
saying?
know-
So he was like, yeah, I got 3 for the house, 1 for your brother, 1 for the room, and 1 for the living room.
He said, "Fuck you, huh?"
Exactly. So I'm like, boom. So you feel me? Gonna throw one in for me? Well, you go to Jefferson Street downtown. It's a nigga.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know the YouTube TV is like $90 a month. So if
That's
he
what
was
I'm
able to
saying.
get the Fire Stick, I
I'm
ain't really
saying,
mad at
and
him.
I know my mama watches the show every weekend, so every week. So
Yeah.
talk to your
You know
boy.
what? Get him the
Talk
Fire
to your
Stick,
boy.
please.
No,
Get me the Fire Stick too.
I'm playing. Let me get off her, bro. Nah, yeah, man. Yeah, paying for YouTube is crazy, bro. But speaking of YouTube, man, YouTube has got some niggas locked the fuck up. The LA Rico, if y'all familiar with that?
Mm-hmm.
Loosely.
Boom. So
Yeah.
if you're not familiar, the No Jumper podcast has been linked to getting about 20 something LA Crips locked up on a Rico.
Whoa, wait. Is it all from the same situation? All 20 of them from the situation? Or is it like over time?
It's just
It's a
Crips.
Rico, so it's overtime.
It's just
So
Crips.
it's all like Rolling 60s Crips out of LA. The main 3, Big U, who's like the OG, Brick Baby, and Loose Cannon, all 3 of which have been seen on No Jumper and hella different podcasts.
Big U, that dude.
Yeah, Big U is apparently like
NBA players.
like
yeah.
apparently Debo from Friday was
NBA players come
modeled
to. That's what they
after
mean by checking in. You gotta check in.
check in with Big U. So this whole thing, it's
Oh,
like in the
wow.
indictment. So
Yeah.
in the indictment, they're accused like kidnapping, murder, extortion, like the checking in shit. So anytime like a rapper, athlete, or celebrity had to come in and you hear about them checking in, they gotta like pay them essentially,
like for real,
so
for
they
real.
don't get, so they don't send niggas to rob them. You feel me? So pretty much it's like this 100-page indictment of like all these like crazy ass crimes of like a bunch of different celebrities were named of getting extorted, like Shaq, Adrian Broner, Meek Mill, Rick Ross. Yes, like they was like doing a big time. And then the crazy thing about it is they have evidence of them talking about these same crimes on podcasts, like No Jumper, Vlad, all these podcasts, and have like actual transcripts from them talking about these situations on there. So a lot of internet has been accused Adam 22, Vlad, Trapper Ross, all them of being the feds. Predatory platform.
I've always said that they're the feds. I always thought they were the feds.
I think, first off, I want to say this, you feel me, because you can definitely dig up. I was the biggest No Jumper fan for the longest.
Wow.
Like a lot.
That's a surprise.
I'm just being real. I'm just being real.
Wait. What about what he was doing made you not a fan of his?
At the beginning, No Jumper, in my opinion, was the platform to see the most cutting edge upcoming underground artists first. You feel me? And that's what the platform was all about for the longest. And then then he had the weekly live stream with him, House Phone, and Cam Girl. Cam Girl ended up leaving, and he replaced her with AD. And so like it was entertaining. Every week they was talking about what was going on, music, doing fashion and shit. You feel me? It was literally the coolest thing. Literally, I call this the coolest podcast in the South. No Jumper calls himself the coolest podcast in the world. You feel me? So it's like the parallels are there. They even shouted out the show on No Jumper one time.
Yours?
Yes, I swear to God, I'll pull it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I
was a huge fan. Cool. Literally tuned in every single week. But so after Adam started doing some fuck shit, bro. He kicked off AD. He did some fuck shit with House Phone, and a whole bunch of shit happened.
Wild.
And then like not to get into, that's a whole nother story within itself. But like the platform went from being like the stop to see the cutting edge new artists in rap to just like gang content. He started bringing on like actual gang members.
What's that dude who comes on and he reads people's court papers? That big fat white dude.
Oh yeah, 1090 Jake.
That's how I first heard 1090 Jake was on No Jumper.
Exactly. So it went from like showcasing the new and best in rap to just like showing what's happening in the streets, bringing on like real life gang members that no one knows or gives a fuck about.
It was.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, so you killed 4 people and went to prison? Tell me more. You know what I'm saying? So
a bunch of OnlyFans shit too. Bunch of OnlyFans.
He was starting. Him and his wife were doing OnlyFans shit. So
it took like a very sharp left turn into just like this, the underbelly of LA gang culture, man. And you could see how he was just intentionally just like bringing in all these people and capitalizing on black degeneracy, you know. And then it's common, and not to say that like he's the sole reason why this indictment came down, because these niggas were out doing what they did, but like he provided
a platform for them to have strong evidence,
exactly, to get out there and feel comfortable enough to talk about it in jest, as if it was like cool.
I think it kind of goes back and forth with that, because it's like my degree's in journalism, so I understand that, like, as a journalist, it's in doing a podcast, you are being a journalist. You're reporting the facts. And reporting the facts, you're supposed to do it in a place where you're not putting any sort of opinion on it. You're also supposed to ask the right questions so that people can just say what it is. So are we supposed to fault him for asking the right questions?
Well, if you're a music based show, it should be about the music. Why are you bringing on niggas who don't even rap?
That is very true.
He's bringing on niggas who don't even rap. They're literally just gangbangers from the street and just, tell us about these street stories. Talk about this beef and that beef. These are real lives. Like, here's the thing. Here's like my issue with it, because it's like these people are getting on there, you feel me, whether he pays them or not, you know what I'm saying? They come on there for however much he pays them, to talk about real life situations.
You think Adam 22
is running $1 million business, $1 million media company.
So if he's running $1 million media company, You tell me what his reasoning would be for bringing these gang people on that are not related to the music. What would he be doing it for?
It's not because, like, no offense to white people in the audience, but, like, white people like to see us crash out.
Yeah.
Do you think it's only white people like to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think it's just like society as a whole? I think it's only white people that want to see us act.
All right, if you use words like only, it you know what I'm saying? Of course not.
It sounds kind of like we're speaking in those terms.
What I'm saying,
I think the predominant
it's
base.
in the same sense of like why you always see like slave movies being made.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I feel we kind of tiptoeing.
We as black people know this shit's been going on in our communities for
100%.
decades. You know what I'm saying? But people like Adam, like the white dudes who watch his show are like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. It's like the same reason you go to a rap concert and there's a bunch of white teenagers in crowd because
it's predominantly
like, it's entertainment to them. You feel
it's
me?
100%.
Like these are like real life situations that people are going through. People are really dying behind this shit, but he's using it as clickbait and entertainment and like like fodder for the
you see
audience
them titles?
who just wants to see, you know,
100%.
You see
the
the
reality
titles.
of it is, if you're in the industry that we all are in, you're gonna want to put things out that's gonna garner the most views. Mm-hmm. I think, in my opinion, I agree. It sounds like you are saying he's predatory.
He is.
It's unethical.
I think so.
I
think him
would
and
agree.
Vlad TV are predatory podcasters.
We know Vlad TV literally got somebody killed. So like I agree with you, but I think it kind of comes down to I understand why anyone who's a journalist, regardless of race, culture, whatever, would be putting out things that's going to garner the most views and interactions. The problem, in my opinion, what comes into play is when it is white podcast journalists, whatever. Like I don't know what Vlad is. I don't think he's exactly white, but like Adam 22. Yeah. They are speaking in rooms they don't belong in, and they are speaking on things that they have no relationship to. And so that's why it comes off so predatory. It's like, one, you didn't grow up in an environment that kind of would have given you insight to speak about these things, one. Two, I didn't either, right? But it's like, it gets to a point where you kind of, culturally, you have a certain understanding amongst people that they don't have, and they're speaking on and getting niggas killed, and that's to me why it feels predatory.
There's a difference between journalism and sensationalism.
Exactly.
I agree.
There's two totally different.
Sensationalism, they're literally just doing it because they know people is going to.
They're
get
not.
attention.
That's not news.
There's no.
Is it predatory if they're doing it just for attention? If they're not intentionally trying to get these people killed?
They're trying to get attention for themselves. And
that's not journalism.
For clicks and ad revenue, you know, and just a couple weeks ago,
who you robbed is not
right. That's how is that beneficial to the viewer?
That's not news.
Like exactly, that's not news. I'm trying.
I understand this. They're not necessarily putting things out to be beneficial to the viewer. They're doing it to benefit their views.
And that's where the ethics come involved.
That's evil.
That's just not cool. That's just not cool.
That's not the game we're playing, though. That's not the game that's being played. We're not playing on who can be the most ethical. We're playing on who can get the most views. That is the reality of it.
You can still be ethical, though.
You can be ethical and still get the views.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying the reality of it is if you want to get the spiciest, if you want to get the best like interactions and views, you're going to do it through putting out spicy ass shit.
Joe Budden did it. #1 podcast. None of that. Not a single bit of that.
I just think, like, I feel like...
Also, it took him, like, 40 years.
There's a difference between trying to, like you said, getting the spicy story and just intentionally stirring up drama for the sake of getting a spicy story.
I completely agree. I think it's also in, like, the way that you ask your questions. I mean, I've asked some really spicy stuff on our show before. Majorly spicy. I've asked questions that would ruin people's home lives.
Oh, God.
Like, I've asked some really spicy questions.
Lord.
But I think it's all about the way that you
I think one time you did.
It's all about.
I did ruin someone's home. I did twice.
Twice.
It's all about framing. You know what I mean? It's all about how 100%. You frame it, because it's like we could talk about the same situation, but if you go at it and with malicious intent for the certain purpose of, oh, I know if I get them hot, this is going to go. This is the ratings gonna be crazy, because like, you know it. It just boils down to ethics.
I
already know what I know what you're wrong.
Like putting the well-being of others at risk for your personal gain. That's just unethical.
There is no
sure.
No,
think,
sure.
No,
Sure, because
there's
That is
a
what it
way.
is.
There is a way that you can ask a question to get the spicy response that you want and still look like the good guy. So I think
It's not about looking like the
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's about
No, it's
being
not.
the good
No,
guy.
it's not. Who gives a fuck about being the good guy? Good guys finish last. It's all about appearing to your audience that you're not trying to actually stir up anything for real. Because you can ask a question where they kind of just, if you know how to ask it the right way, they kind of just tiptoe themselves into just speaking freely. But I think as long as you appear to I think that's where Adam 22 is probably kind of missing the mark on it. If you just ask the question in a way where like they speak it, but you're not really trying to spice stuff up to get somebody killed, you could probably still ask the question.
No.
Yes,
people
you
can
could.
see right through them though.
You can see
After
right
you do-
through
I-
them.
I've done it.
After you do it for so long and like the results have proven to be detrimental time and time again, people can see right through your shtick.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you try to frame it like, oh, maybe
He's not trying to frame it that way. He's just trying to get the quick answer. That's the problem. If Adam 22 were to ask the questions in a way that still made himself look like a good person, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation. The reality of it is he's not giving any tact to what he's asking.
But here's the thing. So for a prime example, a couple weeks ago, Big Homie G was on this show.
Okay.
And Adam 22 just kept prodding him about his beef with Moneybagg Yo, to the point where G ended up going off on him like, I told you multiple times, I don't want to talk about this. People have died behind the situation. You keep pressing. Now if I get on here and say what you want me to say and someone else dies behind it, the blood is on your hands.
I think that's 100% accurate. Because, like, there's been times where, like, anyone who's ever seen any show or any interview I've ever done, they know I'm going to ask the tough question, right? Mm-hmm. At the same time, there's a certain camaraderie you want to remain amongst your guests. And so it's like if they've told you no, they don't want to talk about it. You freaking back off.
You've done that before. Somebody told you no before an interview, and I swear to God, you asked that.
Well, sometimes you ask a different way. But if they just say no again, well, you saw it, and I ain't going to ask it again. But when you want it, it's our job to get the story that people want to hear. And if they want to hear about the sensationalized stuff, that's what we're going to ask.
I just feel like, me personally, man, if you want sensationalism and junk food content, there's plenty of places you can
Zeus
go.
TV.
You know?
100%.
I just feel like if you're gonna come, if these people want to give you their time and sit on your and come to your platform, you gotta respect them.
I'm not sitting here saying that Adam 22, Vlad TV, all these sort of people we're talking about are not predatory. That's not my take. Mm-hmm. My take is also understanding that they might be predatory, but that's the industry that they're in, and it's clearly freaking working for them.
Hey, man, not all money is good money.
Not all money is good. Say it again why I said.
Not all money is good money, man.
God, tell her.
I ain't never touched a bad dollar.
Tell her again why I said we're talking. Not all money is good money.
True.
Like, like, we all want to have millions of views on every single video, you know what I mean? But it's like I don't know if I'll be able to sleep at night knowing that, like, I interviewed whoever and I purposely instigated them to crash out.
That ain't fair. Because literally, I interviewed people one time, they died after, and I had their blood on my hands for no good freaking reason. And so it's like that interview, like.
But with that situation, you had no control of it.
I know I didn't. That's what I'm saying. That perception is reality. If these people just portray themselves as the good guy who's asking innocent questions, it wouldn't have that backlash. I asked simple ass questions. Somebody died after, and their blood was literally on my hands. A big time freaking rapper.
I mean,
and I had nothing to do with it.
And you didn't. You feel me? And like, I know what you're talking about. And it's like in that particular situation, he said what he said on stage. You feel me? You had every right to ask what you asked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can't control the fact that what happened afterwards. You know what I mean?
Is that not the same case for other people asking simple questions?
No, because it'd be different if, like, he got killed because of what he said, and you didn't put the interview.
Yeah, I was about to say the interview wasn't even out yet.
I know the interview wasn't the reason, for 100%. But, I mean, I know it wasn't the reason. My point is, yes.
We're talking about Rich Homie Quan, if you haven't.
By the way, yes, it's Rich Homie Quan. But my point, the whole point of it is, yes, I think they're predatory. I think they know exactly what they're doing. I think the only reason that we view them as bad guys is they don't put themselves in the best position to be viewed as a good guy. That's my perception is reality. And that's my take on it. Are they predatory? Yes. They know what they're doing.
Hey.
Sickening. Watch,
womp, womp.
go on Netflix tonight and watch Stamped at Birth.
Right.
And then come back and talk to me. Come back and talk to me.
Speaking of platforms, man, we talking about the white man's platform. Let's talk about the black man's platform.
Let's do it.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, sir.
Was also in the news over last week. Dress Hilarious absolutely crashed out.
She did.
Y'all see
Wait,
that?
no, I didn't. Tell me about it.
Over the new hire
man.
that took her spot. That's why
Angela Yee, sound like Webby. Angela Yee leaves the show. Jess Hilarious comes in, and that was a whole thing because it took him like a whole year to find a new.
It was a
guest
while.
host. Jess Hilarious finally comes in, immediately gets pregnant, like damn near like as soon as she got the job, gets pregnant, goes on maternity leave, and while she's on maternity leave, she Lauren LaRosa filled in for her.
Yeah.
And she was on maternity leave for a very long time, like 3 or 4 months. It was crazy. So Jess Hilarious finally comes back. Lauren LaRosa did such a great job while she was on maternity leave. You see it in the comments. Everyone's like, "Wow, we should keep Lauren." Like Lauren is so much better than Jess because Jess Hilarious was like fumbling on reading and shit like that. You know, it was very obvious. So, especially when Lauren like was filling her space, it was very obvious, like night and day.
Yeah.
Jess Hilarious comes back. They still have Lauren on the show, doing the same thing. Like the rumor.
They were doing it together simultaneously.
Yeah. So like the rumor report, it was Jess with the mess. And then Lauren, and then like it was a whole thing. Jess Hilarious last week goes on live, pretty much is like, I'm sick of this shit. She was just supposed to be filling in for me. I get back, she's doing my segment for me, in the comments, or everyone's talking shit about me in the comments, and no one's backing me up. This, that, and the third. Just aired the whole thing out on live the night before.
Yeah, you should go watch that live. It was crazy.
And then so the very next day on the Breakfast Club, Jess Hilarious and Lauren are like going back and forth, and she's pretty much like, it wasn't like a nasty argument, but like Jess Hilarious is pretty much like, no one had my back when people are tearing me down in the comments, and you know, if people like Lauren so much, why don't y'all why'd y'all even bring, you know, just pretty much jealousy at the end of the day.
I don't know. I kind of feel like that was her spot. You know what I mean? And she was just supposed to come in and fill. What Jess said up there was like, you know, she comes in and y'all give her my show.
Right.
If y'all liked her so much, just give her her own show.
Right.
Because that's my spot and that's my time.
Well,
which is crazy. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so what's crazy because like literally like 2-3 days after that, they announced Lauren LaRosa gets her own podcast called The Latest with Lauren LaRosa, which makes me think, was that all just a clever rollout?
The industry is so crazy. Like
Did
it might be.
Just do that to promote Lauren's new show.
It might be.
I don't. It might have been.
That's crazy.
So they got spicy, and then the rollout came.
Yeah, literally like that whole thing. Jess Hilarious did the live. They have the argument on the air. 2 days later, Lauren LaRosa announces her show.
I don't know.
You know what? There's certain things that we're not gonna know the answer to.
Yeah.
Because it very well could have been, knowing like how Hollywood works.
Right.
It sounds though like Jess stepped off, right, and somebody came in her part. Well, she came back to do it, and it was like someone's kind of already filled my shoes, and it sounds like she's kind of got her feelings hurt.
Nah, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a band. I like Jess Hilarious. I
do.
I think she's really funny. And I think she's great on the show. But Lauren LaRosa was killing her. Like when it came to the news segments, because she did her research. She's getting like insider information.
She took her moment and ran with it.
Because Lauren is like a real journalist. She worked for like TMZ and some more shit. You feel me? So when they would do that segment, like, you know, Jess Hilarious would just be cracking jokes about it, which was still funny in my opinion. I enjoyed it. But like Lauren LaRosa got on and was like giving you real deal facts.
Straight to business.
I think in terms of like a human aspect, I can understand emotionally why Jess felt the way that she felt. I can see that. But in terms of a business aspect, girl, you got to go. I mean, we got somebody who came in and filled your shoes and doubled the size.
Jess addressed that though. Jess said that they didn't hire her because she was the best reporter. They hired her because she's Jess.
Exactly. Well, and that's the thing. I feel like if you look at the dynamic of the Breakfast Club, you know, DJ Envy is pretty much like the anchor almost. Charlamagne is. He has his
Envy's. I haven't watched in a while. Envy's over Charlamagne, you think?
I mean, Charlamagne's definitely the face for sure.
He's the face. 100%.
But if you watch a Breakfast Club interview, Envy is definitely like leading it. He does the intro.
I gotta tell y'all a secret.
What's that?
I'm about to pee my pants. Like I need to go pee. Okay, thank you. BRB.
But the camera's still rolling. Do your thing. Should be back. But no. So like DJ Envy He leads interviews. You know what I'm saying? He's like the straight man. Charlemagne is the color commentator. If you think about it in wrestling terms, you feel me? DJ Envy is JR, and Charlemagne is Jerry the King Lawler.
I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea about wrestling.
Hey, that's your fault. That is nobody's fault but your own.
Like wrestling,
but like, and then Just Hilarious was just like comic relief. You feel me? But like, over the time, Charlemagne is leaned more into the role of like being a political analyst.
Yeah.
He still has his moments where he's funny, you know, and Envy is still the straight man, you know what I mean? But like, Lauren brought that sense of like, what's the word? Like,
professionalism.
Yeah, professionalism to the show.
She was more like Angela Yee.
Exactly, because Angela Yee would do like research and when bringing on topics and stuff. But yeah, Lauren LaRosa blew Jess out the water, you know, and Jessica, she couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Jessica, I feel like Jess is. I like what they did. I like her getting her own show because I feel like the dynamic with Jess is a little bit better. She holds a little bit more weight than Lauren. Because Lauren is just like what you said, just like a reporter. She's just gonna read the news. She's not gonna snap back. She's not gonna have her little funny moments. But I like Jess better. I like the show better with Jess.
Nah, I think she definitely brings the well-needed flavor.
Yeah, flavor.
You know, you got like a real comedian
God
on
is
there.
good.
Like she's sharp and quick-witted. She's doing her thing. You know what I mean?
It just depends on what you want to get from the show.
Exactly. They got something for everybody, you know. And I watch The Breakfast Club every single day. Like, every segment they put on YouTube. If I'm in the car and listening to
that's kind of what I wanted to model our show after was Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm. It's a fantastic show, man. And it's been the leading platform in hip-hop media for well over 10 years for a reason.
Over Joe Budden?
I think more mainstream-wise, yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't even. You know what's crazy?
I think he's still the number one podcast.
When we first started our podcast, I was looking up people to like kind of just get a structure for it. Obviously, no jumper, things like that came up. What's it called? The Angela Yee show.
Lip service.
Lip service, yeah.
Lip service, but I didn't even know that Breakfast Club was like a thing going on. Like I knew Breakfast Club, but I didn't know about Joe Budden.
What is he? Breakfast Club has so many viral moments.
I knew Breakfast Club. I didn't know Joe Budden was a show.
Okay.
No. I knew about Breakfast Club. I didn't know about Joe Budden. So.
Yeah, Breakfast Club is responsible for some very, very viral moments.
No, they were. The major ones. It's him and it's what's the other one? He used to be big and now he's small.
Big Boy?
Big Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Big Boy too. I think like my top 3 like radio programs that I like Breakfast Club, of course.
Steve Harvey?
Big Boy,
Come on now.
And Bootleg Kev.
Okay, I don't know what that
Bootleg
is.
Kev is nice.
I probably have seen that and don't know exactly what it is.
He's like some white dude in Arizona. Like he does.
Okay.
He's on the radio. He does nights on Hot 104.5. He's syndicated, but he has the Bootleg Kev podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. He does pretty good work. You know, and I feel like he's like we were talking about Adam and them earlier. You feel me? I feel like even though yes, he is a white man in rap media, he's very tasteful about it.
I have a question.
But he's kind of one of those people who got to start off of hanging around underage kids. So it's like, what are we really talking about?
Bootleg Kev?
No, I'm talking about Adam 22.
No, I'm talking about Bootleg Kev.
Oh, I'm talking about Adam 22.
Since we're on the radio topic, I have a question. I've always wanted to ask you that. How do you feel about the radio nowadays? Do you feel like it's I don't want to say dying, but like, do you?
It's definitely
100% dying.
100% dying.
So I wouldn't just bury it. I think I agree. It's a shrinking medium for sure, but I don't think it's going anywhere for the simple fact, for one, it's free.
Yeah, it is free.
You know, but you got to think about the digital media landscape. You feel me? You have podcasts. It's very easy to just set your own show up on YouTube or whatever, you know, and do it yourself. So radio is competing and losing to podcasts, yes, but as far as like the money in radio, it's all going towards syndication. So shows like The Breakfast Club, Bootleg Kev, Steve Harvey.
Those are also on like Sirius XM and stuff like that. Those are
syndication.
Is that what syndication means?
Yeah, syndication is.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no. So syndication is pretty much is like, so say this is a radio show, right? Say we're the radio show, and we record what we record today. will be broadcasted in like different markets. Markets is jargon for cities. So how Steve Harvey Morning Show, you can go to any city, turn to so it's like it's syndicated. Breakfast Club syndicated. All the money in radio is going towards syndication right now. So that's why when you listen to the radio in your car, you'll maybe hear like some local jocks, but most of the shows you'll hear on the radio 100%. Are syndicated programming because it's the safe bet right now.
Is that your goal?
Absolutely.
I think that's fair too.
Absolutely. You know, and personally, I feel like radio has opened up so many doors for me. I can't just get on here and shit on it.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not. Of course
not. Yeah, for you to do that. I mean, when I say that it's dying, I just mean like quietly. When I think about radio, I think about very simplistic terms. We get in the car, we turn it on, and I feel like our parents are probably the last ones to really do that. Because like we get in the car, where's the aux? That's what I mean by radio. Yeah. No, but in terms of like, there's radio shows on Apple Music, so it's like you gotta kind of figure out which one we're talking about.
You don't listen to the radio on the way to work?
I listen to the radio every single day. I work in radio. My whole thing is like the way people consume media has changed. So radio 100%. Has been behind the curve of adapting to that. That's why I think the Breakfast Club is a great example of adapting to the times because they repurpose their content for YouTube. They repurpose their content
and
for
podcasting. And it's visual too. Also.
Exactly. So you can go back on iHeart and listen to old episodes. You can watch it on Tubi. You can watch it on BT, YouTube, of course.
Yeah.
You know, so like, of course, people are still riding around listening to them in their cars all across the country, but it reaches a whole new audience because they repurpose their content.
100%.
You know, so I feel like that's a prime example of how radio should be done in today's media climate. Because absolutely, people our age are getting in the car and reaching for the aux cord or Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, shit like that. You know what I mean? But you have to figure out, you have to go to where the people are. Yeah. You know what 100%. I mean? And so it's all about adapting. It's not going anywhere because, again, it's free.
It's not going anywhere. It's just going to evolve from the radio that we kind of already do coming up.
It just has to evolve. And it's being ran by a lot of old people who are used to the old way of doing things. And old way of doing things is the reason why it's in the situation it's now.
I have one more question, I promise you.
Sucks.
So, shut up.
I'm kidding, sorry.
So... do labels pay the radio station to play music, or does the radio decide what music they play?
So that's called payola. So the radio station can't directly take money to play a record.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Most of radio stations are nonprofits, right? They can't actually receive money?
Well, if you work for a nonprofit station, most radio stations are commercials. So,
okay.
When you hear commercials, like they're getting a lot of money from that. So like it's just like YouTube ads. You know what I'm saying? So
makes sense.
But like so they make their money off ads. Pretty much, radio is pretty much a marketing tool for like a lot of local businesses. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And so, but like as far as like taking money from the record labels, now the record labels do send music, push records to stations for airplay. And if you are, most program directors look at the charts and look at data and what songs are trending, and that's how they decide what to play. And a lot of times that's what you see, how you end up hearing the same. And you can't, and like unless you're listening to a mix show. Most PDs, program directors for radios, abide by charts and what songs are trending on the charts, and that's why.
Do you guys think that radio is what tells us what songs are popping right now, or is it online?
I think maybe 20 years ago, yes, but like now radio is catching up because like they'll overplay a song 20 times a day, and you know people while the rest of the world is like have moved on.
Listen to something else.
Like NBA YoungBoy, I don't think he's ever been on the radio.
There's tons of huge artists that don't get a lick of airplay unless you're tuning into a mix show.
I would agree.
Yeah, I've never heard NBA YoungBoy on the radio. I don't think I ever will.
I don't think we will either, for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons.
But it's really just like stations just need to adapt to the times and adjust their approach.
I think it's not. I agree with what you're saying. I don't know if that's all the way fair because the modern day like media that we see in our phones, what's trending can literally change by the freaking minute.
Right.
Radio cannot. I feel like the infrastructure quite literally can't even keep up with that. Like how quickly what we're entertained by switches. I don't think our average radio station just do that. They don't know. They don't have an ear to the streets like that.
Now, but I'm saying though, the Breakfast Club every single day. They're telling you every morning what's happening in the news.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like that's why I'm saying the Breakfast Club is a prime example of how new age radio should be done. Yes, keep it traditional. They do their traditional broadcast. That comes through the car and the actual radio, but they repurpose their content. You know, they had their Instagram page post. You know, as it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like every radio station actually does. I follow a lot of radio stations on Instagram, and so outside of like, hey, such and such is gonna be on 3 to 7. You feel me? They're posting, oh, such and such has passed away. Oh, this is happening in the city. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there are plenty of ways like radio can work itself back into relevancy. They just need to do shit that's relevant.
Time out real quick. I'm actually kind of shifting gears. Did you hear about the shooting that happened amongst Sauce Walka and Peso?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
Man,
that's just crazy. That's
just
crazy. Rest in peace to Say So P. Very glad Sauce Walka is okay, man.
Yeah.
I caught water as soon as that shit happened, man. And but
I saw him posting with Say So.
Yeah, man. That shit was crazy, bro. And it happened in Memphis, of all places.
I had some people that there's a group chat that I'm in. They were telling me about that, and it happened immediately. And they were texting in there. And I was just like, what in the world? Do y'all know exactly what happened? Like how that went down?
I mean, they just released some surveillance footage today. They were standing outside in front of like some store, and some dudes pulled up, got out, popped him, and left.
Do we know what it was over?
There's rumors saying that Say So P ran off with like a couple racks on some people, man. But that's just the rumors.
Nature of the game, also. But that's kind of
like,
shitty.
But you know, I don't know, man. I think it's just a classic example of niggas flexing and getting caught slipping.
I don't know, like at a certain point of like money, like when do you stop? Like it was just 2 of them, right?
What do you mean?
Only 2 of them got shot. It was just them 2.
Sauce got shot in the leg and dude.
But I'm saying they were only running a 2-man, right? They weren't like.
I think they had other people with them. Yeah.
Oh
like,
damn! Oh shit!
You know, that's why they said it had to be a targeted hit. You see on the footage, like the dudes jump out the car, literally run up, pop him. Sauce Walka takes on running, and like apparently, they someone had said that dude had stood over Sauce and like seen it was him.
Yeah, I
and,
seen that.
The video doesn't show that, but like yeah, they literally.
I saw that same thing.
Yeah,
I think
literally the video showed they get out the car, shoot him, and leave. Like
it
was
talking
like
about the whole money aspect of it. I think oftentimes in the rap industry nowadays, it's not necessarily they all got money to an extent or something. It's kind of more so just like portraying.
But once you hit that image, shouldn't you roll around with more people, more security?
Course. Yeah,
like,
of course.
You could presidential shit.
Here's the thing: they did have licensed security accompanying them to the club.
Them niggas is fire.
No, so like they had Here's the thing: so they were at the club the night before, and they had paid security then. But like when they had got caught, they were just out shopping. So they didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like
because people had found the security guard that they had hired and was like on his ass. He was like, no, he only paid me. They only paid me to come to the club with him.
Yeah, I you know, at a certain financial point, like you should be rolling around like the president at that point because everybody's, you know, they know you got it. You're Sauce Walka.
Well, you know.
But they ain't trying to rob him, so that was a hit. So like that's, if you know you got beef, if you know you ran off on a few people, like you're not running 2-mans. You're not just me and him just shopping in the mall. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, especially if you're out in a city like Memphis is a dangerous city, man.
Memphis, come on now.
It's a dangerous city. You feel me? You can't just be out flexing and.
That's like going to Cali and you ain't check in.
That's crazy.
That's kind of true.
But nah, man. Rest in peace to Say So P. Hopefully,
that's really sad.
Yeah, it is.
Sauce gets recovers well, man. But that shit was wild, bro. That shit was wild, man. But moving through, did y'all listen to new Playboi Carti album? I Am Music?
I haven't necessarily listened to it. Who was Kanye saying he didn't want to hear on it?
Kendrick. Kendrick was on there. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't.
He was on a couple songs.
I don't understand Kendrick's image at this point. I don't get
think Kendrick knows Kendrick's.
Yeah, I don't know. It's either you're for the people, for the hire, or you're on Playboi Carti. You know what he.
What's wrong with Playboi Carti?
Yeah, what is wrong with
you like that album?
Yes, that shit was hard.
What part of it?
What
part of it?
Let me pull up the song.
Let me not. They're going to crucify me for this.
Here's my favorite songs on the album: K-pop, Evil Jordan. That's just a fucking banger. The intro to Evil Jordan just gets me so charged up. Like it has like the 1 minute interlude and then it bum 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 bum. Boy, that shit goes crazy. Radar, Trend with Future goes fucking nuts. What's the song with Skepta? Toxic. I get too much profit, bro. He went the fuck off on there. What was he talking about, bro?
I guess I'm just getting old.
You are.
I was gonna say no. I was literally about to say, graduating high school in 2017. I can only say that Playboi Carti is who he thinks he is, but his new sound, I like it. It's not the old sound, but like
I'm gonna keep
for
it.
me, it doesn't make sense for Kendrick to be.
Yeah,
Kendrick's just a grab right now from what he just did with the Grammys. What?
Like he had
Kendrick jumping on Playboi
Samuel
Carti.
Jackson.
I didn't think he was gonna. I didn't see Kendrick and Playboi Carti are two totally different
spectrums.
Artists, but like I don't know. I've been a Carti fan since 2015.
You think Kendrick's fans going to listen to that Playboi Carti song?
No, absolutely not.
You don't think at all?
No.
No, I think they will.
Kendrick they'll listen for Kendrick. But here's the thing: the average Kendrick fan shits on niggas like Playboi Carti.
Shits on them.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Because
crucifies
the
them.
average the typical Kendrick fan thinks all rap should be like fucking Shakespearean.
Mm-hmm.
And every rap
has
song
to have a deeper meaning.
Every rap has to have like double, triple, and quadruple entendres. Like
are we
you have to
talking
sit
about?
down and read the newspaper when we listen to it.
They're
Right.
not.
You know what I mean?
No.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But Playboi Carti makes music for niggas who like to get fresh and turn up.
What do we
Mainly
think
white
about?
kids, but also niggas who like to get fresh and turn
Mainly
up.
white kids.
That's true.
You
But
feel me?
they're kind of like type of men. Like
What's that? Explain that.
I think I just said it.
You saying
No.
Carti fans are gay?
Is that what you're
I
saying?
don't want to make an overgeneralization
Oh, wow.
here. I'm saying that they.
That's a wild take right there.
I'm not talking about you, YS.
Very heterosexual.
I'm not talking about you. I'm saying
Hate strippers, though.
they can sometimes. I wouldn't be surprised if they had rouge on their cheeks. I mean, that's
I ain't
all
gonna
I'm
lie,
saying.
fashion niggas do be pushing the
That's
bar.
my point.
But I'm saying though, like the
No
type
more
of
dress, who cares?
The typical person listens to Playboi Carti
Sassy.
is not gonna be the same person that listens to Kendrick.
100%.
So Kendrick being on the
I don't-
Playboi
I don't
album,
understand.
I
Did
did
you
not
see
say-
Kanye's list of his top 12 rappers?
It was a solid list.
Yeah. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I remember it was kind of.
You didn't see the
I
top 20?
personally don't just subscribe to Kanye's
What do you?
madness.
Whoa, okay, whoa. That's actually that's
That's
exactly why I brought it up. What do you think about Kanye's
Here's the
his
thing.
opinions?
Every time Kanye goes off the deep end and does some crazy shit in the media, we should know by now that means a mediocre album is right around the corner. Every time Kanye West has gotten in the media,
He did that Taylor Swift thing, then
every
dropped Dark
time-
Twisted Fantasy.
Okay, that's then. I'm talking about now. We should know now. Personally, I think Kanye West stopped being good after
God, we're
Watch the
not-
Throne.
Oh my.
Crucify me. Crucify me.
Crucifixion.
That's hard.
Watch the Throne and before all classics.
Life of
classics.
Pablo?
I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan.
That's actually the last time I listened to him.
Kanye is a legend. Kanye is a legend. Do not get me wrong. But me personally, I was not checking for most of his stuff after Watch the Throne was not hitting for me.
Jesus?
That was around the same time as Watch the Throne, wasn't
Was it?
Don't ask me timelines.
I think it was,
ain't gonna know.
I think it was. Was it before? I think it was after.
it? It may have been the year after, but I'm talking about that era. Because the Yeezus album was when he married Kim. Because he had Bound 2 on there, right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so that's around the
it
time we
was.
married
Was
Kim
it?
and start acting crazy.
September 11th, 2013, or 2015.
Yeah,
That's-
J. Cole, Born Center, and Mac Miller all dropped the same day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Yeezus was 2013.
When was
Yeezus
Watch the Throne?
2013. Watch the Throne was 2012. It had to be.
I think it had to be.
Because Watch the Throne, I remember that came out when I was in 8th grade.
I still listen to that.
That shit was amazing. An amazing album. My point is, in
Do you
recent...
think Kanye is crazy?
Absolutely. That's no question.
So now
What?
So Watch the Throne was before.
You think he's
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah, Jesus was after Watch
Real
the Throne,
shit.
by the
You
way.
think he's crazy?
What are we talking
I
about?
What
think
are we
he-
talking about?
I don't think
Valid
he's
things.
crazy. I think he's
What is-
calculated.
This nigga literally has an iced out swastika. You trying to convince me he's normal?
We're talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah, he's went off.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Um,
They literally saying he was watching porn in the middle of business meetings.
Well, maybe that's how he felt. He had to get one off right
I bet he closed that. I bet he closed that deal.
You're telling me right now, in a room full of people, I'll just start. I'll pull up X videos and start cranking my meat and just start in the middle.
Was he cranking his meat? Was he cranking his meat? As he was watching the video.
Was cranking his meat.
Or was he just watching the video?
Would you feel uncomfortable if I was watching porn?
As long as I didn't see it, I don't care what you do on that phone.
If I didn't have the topics pulled up, if I just had ass and titties on my phone, I'm just sitting here.
As long as I can't see it, I don't give a flip nugget what you're watching.
That's Kanye though. Like
that is Kanye.
You gonna tell Kanye to turn that on?
But we're not talking about that. The question was, is he crazy? Is that not unhinged behavior?
Okay, obviously we know that watching corn in business meetings is...
We're grown. He was watching porn with a P.
He had the VPN.
Trying to help you,
he had that VPN.
I'm just being real, bro. I'm just being real, man. I'm not taking away from Kanye's artistry. He is definitely is a legend in the game, man. But
you don't think it's a media grab?
I don't think he's crazy. I think
everything
he
does is a media grab at this point. We should always know. Every time Kanye jumps back into the media and saying these outlandish things, some bullshit drops. Donda was ass.
Oh my god.
It's his show. I'm gonna let him have his opinions.
I'm not gonna say Donda was ass.
It was literally just unfinished bullshit that he slapped together in the stadium, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as first. I'm a Kanye fan, you know what I mean.
And that's the problem. Kanye's fans are just some of the biggest meat bouncers.
I wasn't. Okay, time out. I was not a Kanye fan.
I've never bounced on meat.
You are bouncing on his meat right now. What are you talking about?
I've never bounced on.
Listen,
I've never bounced.
Kanye fans are some of the biggest dick riders in the world, bro.
I've never done that either.
He can do no wrong. He gets online and says the most outlandish shit of all time.
Like what?
And y'all the fuck. What is we talking?
Not the swastika.
Slavery was a choice.
I mean, if you don't want me to get into slavery. You don't want me to get into slavery as a choice thing, because I agree,
bro. Y'all bouncing on his meat right now.
I'm not a Kanye
said
fan.
It, so it's art. He's a genius. He made graduation. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro.
Okay,
there's some things that's just wrong.
I am someone who is quite leery. I was not a Kanye stan. But the crazier he gets, the more I like it. I'm sorry. I really like. Y'all
are doing pull-ups on this man's dick right
I wish a bitch would. I've never done that before.
I really don't even like what I don't like. I don't care about most of his music, realistically. But I like.
His music
what he's putting out.
Great.
In terms of like
a black man wearing a swastika.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
I mean, what he's trying to explain with this
conversation is over.
It's about
this conversation is over.
Let's talk about it.
Conversation is over. This conversation.
Don't clip that.
No, I don't like where this
I'll let
is
it go. I'll let it go.
This conversation is over. Have y'all seen the video of the man who went viral for his daily routine?
Yes. What's his name?
Hey, listen. Why I said you watched that whole thing?
I saw him today.
He wakes up at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
I didn't
dumps his face in the bowl of ice
water. He flexes while doing it. I watched it today.
What was the thing he pulled off his mouth?
I don't know what that is.
No. I know what that is. I know what that is.
I'm gonna tell you what it is too.
So, it's called mouth taping, and you do it in your sleep. It's to prevent you from keeping your mouth open while you sleep.
What
and it's to create a better jawline and to like it's actually proven that it works.
What
like the
fuck?
No, I guess
is it that serious?
For mewing, but like it's okay. It's something that women primarily do. I've never seen a man do it, which nothing wrong with a man having a fine jawline, but. That's basically what it's for. It's to make you not sleep with your mouth open.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I thought that shit was crazy, bro.
You don't know the morning shed. Like the
it.
uglier you go to bed, your morning shed, the better you look.
I've never heard that before.
The morning shed. Explain that.
Okay, so you go to bed with your bonnet on, your darn Medicube face mask. Your under eye patches, your lip mask with the darn lip tape over it, the over the nose patch, and then you wake up in the morning and you shed all these things, and that's your beauty sleep, and you wake up looking just rejuvenated. That is your morning shed. So the more you know.
And this is why we need a woman on the show.
Exactly.
We've been going for about an hour, so we can go ahead and wrap it up on that note, man. Alanah, appreciate your time today. Why don't you tell the people where they can find you on social media?
You can find me at
Get Upset.
You can get upset, absolutely. Alanah Story, ALANAHSTORY 21 on Instagram, TikTok, and yeah, that's about it. And we'll keep things spicy.
Keeping things spicy, man. Where can they find you?
Keys to God.
There we go. Boom.
Short and sweet.
Y'all know what time it is, man. Hey, if you made it this far, appreciate you. If you listening, make sure you get your check out all of the episodes anywhere you get your podcast from. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, anywhere you stream your podcast from, we are there. If you're watching right now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, anything. Gotta get these numbers up, my friend. Make sure April 12th, K Carbon. Follow us on Instagram, YSN Radio 1. TikTok, YSN Radio. Check out the website, ysnradio.com. Until next time, same place. It's the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio.
I need all my Kanye fans to be in the comments, please.
Let's go.